The Gauteng Industrial Development Zone hosted an OR Tambo Special Economic Zone drive to explore how this SEZ should view business practices and how best to support a low-carbon environment while also driving sustainable growth and ultimately align economic sustainability to the development of the OR Tambo SEZ. After a panel discussion and a short audience Q&A, we caught up with Thandiwe Ngqobe, CEO of the Gauteng Industrial Development Zone, to find out how funding, structure and skills development can be used to benefit the organization's strategies.
From a skills transfer perspective, within the context of the jewelry manufacturing hub, remember the Precinct 1 is about mineral beneficiation. We have an enterprise hub. The purpose of that enterprise hub is to do exactly that, to ensure that small players come through, are mentored, skills are shared by your established business. For example, our partner in relation to the enterprise hub itself is metal concentrators. Now, what they do is they are a gold refinery company. So what they want to do is bring in goldsmiths at a lower level and assist them in terms of the quality of the product that they produce to a point that they're able to export their products. So we are very much involved in terms of skill transfer from a mineral beneficiation perspective in Precinct 1. But generally, in terms of all the precincts that we have, skills transfer and enterprise development is key to who we are. Now, on issues of funding, we have various partnerships that we have. So we've got a partnership within the province. We've got a small business funding enterprise called the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller. So it's for emerging businesses. But we've got the IDC that funds established businesses as well. And we're in close partnership with the IDC through the DTIC as well. So those are the collaborations that we currently have, which we can introduce upcoming businesses to and established businesses to. And now from today, we also are going to be pursuing a partnership with Nedbank as the SEZ to see how accessible Nedbank can be to established businesses or to tenants within the context of the precinct itself.
Now, from the session as well, you've heard some practical examples of small businesses that's struggling within getting involved in the SEZ. How are you going to overcome that kind of challenge? Is it a policy that needs to change, that you need to relook at?
I think one of the issues that has been raised is the issue of incentives and how small businesses perceive incentives, whether they first of all, where they can access them, whether they can help their businesses. And I think it's an issue of policy from government. And from an SEZ perspective, we've been in prolonged conversations with the DTIC and National Treasury around the issue of incentives. But again, our responsibility as the SEZ is to ensure that the environment is receptive to whoever wants to do business, obviously within the context of the sectors that we've identified. So we've got that responsibility. But I think the issue of partnerships is going to be quite key in terms of, your IDCs, etc.
Globally, there is a crisis in terms of energy and in terms of water. Quebec, they've almost reaching day zero for water. KwaZulu-Natal had all those floods not so long ago. Is there a structure in place to help protect the SEZ to be more susceptible to sustainable changes?
I think what we're beginning to do and to do a little bit more seriously, if I can put it that way, is issues of the environment that we're looking at. So we're going to be engaging. We've been having conversations with the DTIC. We're going to be engaging different partners to see how they can assist us to get the SEZ operating efficiently from an environmental perspective. So issues of energy efficiency. I mean, I was writing away as Siemens were talking because I identified them as an immediate partner in terms of the work that we want to do. So there's definitely a move towards ensuring that the SEZ itself is environmentally friendly from your water supply point of view, energy supply, etc. So it is something that we're working on.
And what is your key takeaway from the entire conversation, both the panel discussion and from the Q&A session?
First of all, that we need to revisit policy as government. in terms of ensuring that we're able to support particularly your small businesses. It is something that we need to look at, and policy throughout, your types of incentives, the type of environment that you know that is accessible, that becomes more accessible to small businesses to do business, that makes it easy for them. I think it's a policy discussion which we need to have, because what I'm learning is the stuff that we think is benefiting SMMEs, on the other hand, it does create problems to them. And how do we begin to, identify those problems and assist SMMEs to actually thrive as small businesses in South Africa?
So accessibility is another key driver for this.
Absolutely, accessibility and funding as well. What types of funding mechanisms are there, and how easy is it? And we need to be real with ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves. How easy is it for SMMEs or small businesses to access funding in South Africa? What are the impediments? How do SMMEs view these policies that are there? Are they helping them? Are they not? What are the stumbling blocks? And we need to begin to address those issues.